Reborn as a noble with overwhelming debt in a massive space empire, Liam gives the universe the middle finger and vows to become the ultimate evil lord. Determined to use his powers for villainy, he starts wreaking havoc by exploiting his powers, but no matter how evil his actions, they somehow always end up benefiting the very empire he's trying to destroy. Villainy has never been so frustrating. This story begins with Liam, a pathetic middle-aged loser who lives a boring life with his ungrateful wife and child who only know how to take but would never give back. Still, as a responsible husband and father, Liam takes days off from work whenever he can to spend time with his family. He sacrifices his own dreams and passions for his daughter Konami and buys her everything she desires, whether he can afford it or not. One day, Liam's boss calls him to his office and scolds him for something he didn't even do, but he tolerates the toxic environment of his company, his boss, and his colleagues to provide for his family. His love for them is what gives him the strength to keep going. But everything falls apart when he comes across his wife Mika having lunch with an unknown man and giggling when she is supposed to be with their daughter Konami at the sports club. Liam doesn't confront Mika at the moment and returns home later, where he questions her about her day at the sports club. As she and Konami both vouch for one another, Liam forgets about it, thinking that maybe he shouldn't suspect his wife, who has been so loyal to him. He continues working restlessly, but the tiniest of doubts still remains in his heart, and so, to get rid of this unsettling feeling, he visits the place where he found Mika with another man the next day and once again finds her there, this time with Konami as well. He eavesdrops on her conversation with a man over the phone when Konami mentions that they are here to meet with her papa. This confuses Liam because Konami only refers to him as her papa. So he keeps following them until Mika's lover enters the scene and both the mother and daughter act like he is the man of their house. Unable to accept reality, Liam convinces himself that Mika isn't cheating on him and keeps working his ass off to feed his family. He gets a call from Mika, who informs him of the sudden bad news that Konami has been in an accident, so he rushes to the hospital and learns that his daughter is currently undergoing surgery. The doctor arrives, informing Liam and Mika that Konami is in grave need of a blood transfusion, and as it just so happens, her blood type is O positive. Only Mika's blood type matches Konami, so she enters the operating theater while Liam becomes more and more doubtful outside. His blood type is AB positive, and scientifically it's impossible for a father with AB positive blood to have a child with O type blood. This shocking revelation makes it clear to Liam that Konami is not his child, and unable to accept it, he confronts Mika after Konami's recovery, imploring her to tell him the truth. However, instead of acting guilty, Mika gaslights him, saying that he never cares for the family and never spends any time with them at all. He tries to make his point, saying he only works to provide food and shelter for them, but Mika stays firm on her stance, saying his job isn't any good and isn't enough to provide Konami with a quality education. She reminds him how he promised before their marriage that he would always keep her happy, but he has failed to keep that promise for the past 10 years. According to her, all this time she has felt like a single mother since Liam was never there for them, and that is why she doesn't consider Liam to be a part of her family any longer. Honestly, all that gaslighting instead of answering who Konami's father is or whether she has been cheating on him. Anyway, Mika has had enough. If she stays here any longer, she might actually start to feel guilty. So she gets up, deciding to abandon this house forever with Konami and stay with her new papa instead. Liam begs Mika to be rational and requests Konami to take his side, but even the little devil betrays him, stating that she likes her other papa more than him. With his family falling apart, Liam's work life also takes a turn for the worst. His boss accuses him of embezzling the company's money to an unidentified bank account, making him realize that when he rushed off to the hospital a few days ago, he accidentally left his PC open and someone might have transferred the money from his PC. But having no proof of that, Liam faces the punishment and not only gets fired but is forced to work as a manual laborer to repay the company's lost funds. Mika uses Liam's poor financial condition as an excuse to file for divorce, not only getting full custody of Konami but also demanding child support from him. Not knowing how he is ever going to pay his debt, Liam tries escaping reality by watching his favorite robot mecha anime with one of his old friends, but his broken heart doesn't allow him to do that either. He can only hope that things will get better if he works hard and that he will get to see his daughter again, even though she prefers the other dad. He believes all his hardships and sacrifices will be rewarded by God. But God has other plans, as he blesses him with a disease that slowly starts killing him internally. With no insurance and no money to afford treatment, Liam finally gives up when a blinding light appears before his eyes, showing him that it was none other than his own boss who embezzled the company's money from his PC. Not only that, but the person Mika has been having an affair with is also his boss. The scene shows both Mika and Liam's boss celebrating Liam's misery, which rips him apart from the inside, making him plead to the gods to let this nightmare be just a bad dream. At that moment, a mysterious figure appears before Liam, stating that everything he was shown is the truth. Liam screams in agony, wanting revenge on those who have wronged him, which only makes the mysterious figure more entertained. The figure states that he has taken an interest in Liam because Liam is a good man, but Liam no longer cares about being good as everyone has screwed him over for having that trait. Assuming that this figure is some kind of deity, Liam requests him to bestow upon him a second life where he can do whatever he wants. This time, he wants to become the ultimate villain who will walk all over everyone else. The mysterious deity accepts and gives him the option to choose from 5 different worlds to be reincarnated into, among fantasy, supernatural, period drama, Wild West, Jurassic era, and finally robots and space battleships. Liam chooses the space battleships one, as it reminds him of the days he spent with his old friends discussing these types of anime. The deity accepts and tells Liam that this is a sci-fi fantasy world where both science and magic coexist and that he will be born into the house of a count who rules a planet. As Liam signs the contract, the deity sends his vengeful soul to become the ruler of robots and the ultimate space bully. As Liam opens his eyes, he finds himself inside the body of a young child lying on the terrace of what looks like a mansion that hasn't been touched in decades, just as the mysterious deity said before. Liam is now on a planet named Hydra.